Welcome to Thermaltake at Computex 2024. They have so many new products. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. First up, they have the Tower 250. It's the new iteration of the Tower 200. See, the Tower 200 had a couple limitations that they wanted to fix. First off, it was a flat panel. They moved it to the octagonal shape that they had with the Tower 300s that they have over here. And it's kind of that new mini ITX form factor that they're looking for this particular case. Additionally, one thing that was super limiting about the 200 was the fact that you can only do up to a 280 millimeter AIO. This one can do a 360, making it a super viable ITX case that's going to give you that full showroom aesthetic. If we continue on, we have the Tower 300, which has a couple of new colors, and Thermaltake's saying they're looking to do new colors like every couple other months. It just depends on what the feedback is of the community, and they want to know what colors you want to see. For instance, they just released this like peach fuzz color, as well as this like kind of a gunmetal gray, and both of them look fantastic, and I'm all for more colors to be available. If we continue on, we also have the new Tower 600. So this is going to be kind of that full-size ATX case, and this thing is absolutely beautiful. It continues the octagonal shape. It's a little wider, which allows for the ATX layout, and you can see they have the stand here. It's very similar to the stand that was used for the Tower 300 that they were previously showing off. And this thing like this just is a true showcase system, and it's something I'm gonna have to pick up soon. And then if you like to travel, check out the TR100 from Thermaltake. This is a absolutely tiny mini ITX case with tons of support for large GPUs. Definitely something kind of cool, and it even's got the optional front screen that you can add on, and they're showing actually how you can fit it into something like a suitcase. Definitely kind of a cool concept, especially if you're looking for that little travel PC, or something if you're looking for a really small form factor, and it's in their hydrangea blue color. That looks absolutely beautiful. If we continue on, we also have the CTE E550 TG. Basically, we saw the 650 at CES, and that was a absolutely beautiful case, but they updated a couple things about this one. One, they dropped the price. This is only gonna be $150 compared to like $180 or $190. And they added a third panel of tempered glass. This really gives us this full view through your case, and it looks beautiful. At this price point too, there's not that many cases doing this, and I think it's probably one of the best looking cases I've seen at the show so far. If we continue on, one thing that they showed off previously with this form factor was you kind of have that floating GPU that really allows it to sit front and center. This is a custom mod or custom water cooled build, and they also have another one here. And you kind of see how the GPU is front and center, and I really appreciate how they're able to do that. These types of chassis can fit up to a 420 millimeter radiator on the back here. You can fit another 420 millimeters fans down below, and then another 280 millimeters fans up top. This is definitely This is definitely still going to allow you to get tons of air through your system, despite this being a case that has 3 panels with tempered glass. We also have some other cases that Thermaltake has updated. This is their new Ceres 350 MX Snow. I've showed off some of their other Ceres cases before, but what's different about this one is it's going to be very similar to the Ceres 300, about the same size. They're going to have tons of different color configurations. And I think it's a little bit larger based on what I was getting the information. So you can get up to like I believe a 360 up front or a 280 up front. And then you can also do a 280 up top, and then you get a 140 millimeter fan in the back. But what's kind of cool is that the MX name is kind of different. This means that basically they're going to ship it not only with a tempered glass panel, but also a mesh front panel. This allows for, if you do want to go more of the aesthetic focus, you can go that way, or if you want all performance, go ahead and snap that on there. And what's also nice is that they do have a new optional screen that you can add on to these cases. Basically, it's the same type of form factor they did with the Ceres cases previously. This is basically a removable panel. You pop it off, you put the one with the screen in place, and then basically it's controlled through Thermaltake software. So you can basically put graphics, different images, whatever you want over there. It's pretty cool, and I like how it kind of gives you another little concept outside of just the rectangular screen that they've shown off before. Thermaltake also brought the same technology that they have in their SWA Fan EX series down to some more affordable fans. Basically what they did, these are going to be all magnetic, so they basically have a connection pad. They snap on, it makes it super easy for wiring up your fans, single connection, it makes it really nice. Additionally, what they did is instead of making the fans like reversible, so it comes with 2 different fan blades, which is a really cool concept. One way they were able to cut costs on these is basically they're going to ship a regular and a reversed version. So depending on what you need, they'll have that available to you, and they're going to be able to be available in a bunch of colors, which I really appreciate. They also will have that with their tough fans. The tough fans are going to be a little bit of a higher static pressure fans. They're not going to have any RGB, but they will move a little bit more air. They will also have the exact same thing, so these are going to have the same magnetic snapping cable, which makes things super convenient as well. One other thing I wanted to mention with their CT series fans compared to the SWA fans is they got some feedback about basically the magnetic connection. Basically, one of the issues I had and a couple other reviewers had was basically the connection pads were a little small, making it a little finicky to plug in. So they actually widened it on these new CT fans, and basically it's going to make it fit a little bit better, and you should have less disconnections in the past, and it should be a better overall product. And I'm super excited about that because this is going to be more of a budget focused product compared to the more premium SWA fan EX that we've previously taken a look at. Thermaltake's also known for their custom water cooling solutions, and they have a couple of cool things to show off here. So they have this build here that's got a really cool pump reservoir combo over here, and they're actually showing it off over here. So basically they have options for basically different DDC pumps as well as D5 pumps, and I absolutely love the look of these reservoirs that they're showing off. These things look quite beautiful, and they also have tons of a selection of different fittings available as well. Overall, I'm really excited to see what Thermaltake's bringing into the liquid cooling space, and they have a lot of cool products they're showing off here. If we continue on, we also have a lot of cooling products outside of that. Let's go ahead and hop over into air coolers because that's probably the next big area here. One of them is their MagAir 600 Ultra. And what's unique about this is that there's actually a snap-on screen, very similar to that same circular screen that you've seen on probably their AIOs, or you've possibly seen when I just showed this Ceres 350 and Max. And basically, that snaps right onto the top of the air cooler. So it kind of just like gives you another way to add that aesthetic at a different level. So maybe you don't want to go liquid cooling, but you still want to have the LCD screen. They give you that option. They've also updated all of their AIOs, and it's all for good. See, basically what they did is they took those same CT fans, which are their magnetic fans, and they added it to all of their liquid cooling products. So for the V2 Ultra EX, you're gonna basically get the same magnetic pins to go ahead and have a single connection. It should keep wiring way simpler. You don't have to worry about all the daisy chaining. It's all magnetic and built in. And then you're still gonna have that beautiful screen right on that CPU as well. If we continue on, we also have another product that actually happens to be a new AIO that I'm super excited about. This is part of that MagFlow series. This is their MagFlow 360 Ultra. And the screen on this guy is absolutely massive. I don't have an exact spec, but it's probably one of the larger screens I've seen on an AIO so far. And this thing just looks absolutely beautiful. It's front and center, very bright, and it also comes with the SWA fan EX, which means that basically you can actually change the direction depending on the configuration that you want. If you want to still see your fans, reverse the blades, and you're good to go. And then there's Project Trinity, a brand new air cooler that's got a built-in vapor chamber at the bottom, which is going to help for additional cooling. I'm very excited to see how these different vapor chamber coolers are actually coming to market, because this should allow us to improve performance without basically increasing the size every single time. They also have some more budget coolers, their Astra lines, as well as the Amp Airs. Those are very basic. One product I'm probably more excited about than anybody here, it happens to do with this new Thermaltake Massive Extreme. This is their laptop cooling pad. Basically, they've had them in the past, but they finally have updated it to the point where I'm really excited about it, because they're copying a very similar design to the IETS and Lano laptop coolers, which I've tested on the channel, which perform better than everything else on the market. And they do this by following what I call a brute force approach. Basically, they take a single high-powered RPM fan, then they use a foam border to go ahead and surround it, and basically what this does is it forces the air through the system and out the ventilation, and it doesn't allow it to escape out the sides thanks to the the actual foam border. I'm super excited to get my hands on this, and I've already requested the sample, so as soon as it's available, it'll be on the channel. And that wraps up our coverage of Thermaltake at Computex 2024. They definitely had a ton of really cool stuff. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.